The growth of South Korean economy and business has been incredible since the end of the Korean War, dubbed the miracle on the Han River for how rapidly Korea took on some of the most technologically advanced infrastructure in the world. As Asia's fourth and the world's 11th largest economy, it is also part of the four Asian tigers, distinguished by swift advancement and industrialization. This development has also turned South Korea into one of the top 10 exporters, sending out products including electronics, ships, and automobiles. Samsung and Hyundai are just two of the most notable South Korean Jabil, large family-governed business conglomerates tied to the government. Samsung, translated into 3 stars in Korean, is one of the largest conglomerates in the world. The 3 stars can be seen as the core of electronics, shipbuilding, and construction. Founded in 1938 by Lee Byung-chul as the Samsung Trading Company, it fared okay until the communist invasion of 1950. Lee started over and flourished through the Korean War, creating a sugar refinery in 1953 that later became the CJ Corporation. By 1969, the focus changed as Samsung Electronics was produced. Combined with Samsung Semiconductors and Telecommunications, it became the leading electronic manufacturer in Korea and a greater participant in the international market. President Park Chung-hee aided many Jabil, including Samsung, even banning some exterior companies from selling within South Korea. He also helped Samsung to access the first Korean memory chips by requiring advanced semiconductor technology in return for Korean market access. The government has split apart corporations like Hansel Group from Samsung so that it cannot become too powerful. In 1976, Samsung was awarded with an export prize, leading to Samsung Construction and Shipbuilding. The construction branch went on to form several of the tallest buildings in the world, including one of the Petronas Towers, Taipei 101, and the Burj Dubai. From the 1980s to the 90s, much money was put into research, creating a leading global electronics industry. It became the largest memory card producer in 1992 and went on to become the largest manufacturer of LCDs. Though Korea had a decline in economics in 1997, Samsung stood strong even after shutting down 10 companies. Today, Samsung sponsors and owns many athletic teams like the Samsung Lions in baseball. An enormous imprint can be seen in Korea and the countries and the way others use Korea. For many, the Samsung image is the Korean image, having spread to 58 countries as one of the top 20 global brands, exceeding those like the Japanese Sony. It has excelled in production of cell phones, LCDs, cameras, flash memory, and more, which are popular consumer items in the US. It aims to top the list of 20 items by 2010 and is currently more than 20% of South Korea's exports, a potent influence and impetus behind the economy. Hyundai, translated into modernity, started off as a construction company that has grown into the Hyundai Motor Company, the Hyundai Department Store Company, the Hyundai Heavy Industries Company, and more. Many of these companies have separated since and have become very successful as well. The famous motor company representative of the bulk of the company is now the 5th largest automaker. The logo symbolizes the desire to expand, with an oval for global expansion and an H for 2 people shaking hands. Founded in 1947 by Chung Ju-young, Hyundai took on large construction projects, including the 260-mile highway between Seoul and Busan. Hyundai performed much construction work, creating Thailand's expressway and the dam on the Soyang River. It also worked in the Middle East, giving company stand there. Chung and the South Korean ruler Park Chung-hee had close relations, and Park trusted Chung with building huge oil plants. In 1967, Hyundai Motor Company was created with a licensee agreement with the American Ford Company, which sent training and specific instruction. In less than 6 months, Hyundai led commercial production within 118 Ford assembly plants, producing Ford Granadas for the market of South Korea. After the government decided to create Korean cars by 1975, Hyundai met with various firms in other countries to obtain the necessary technology, examining plants and equipment. The first indigenous car, the Pony, was released in 1967, though it shared parts with Japan's Mitsubishi and Europe's Ford Cortina. In 1986, the Excel superseded the Pony and spread like flames. More than 100,000 sold within 7 months. Hyundai then started to use its own technology, creating cars like the Sonata. But the good quality, durability, and the reliability of the vehicles did not last long, cutting sales. Hyundai responded quickly with improvements in quality and performance. When the Asian financial crisis occurred in 1997, Hyundai bought out Kia Motors to merge. And the new Hyundai Kia Automotive Group was led by Chung Moo-koo, Chung Ju-young's son. He broadcasted his intention of becoming a top 5 automaker, sending teams to America to examine the driving conditions and boosting the quality, and created many high-quality models to compete with companies like Toyota. In 2002, Hyundai built a manufacturing plant in the U.S., the Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Alabama, now known as the most automated automotive plant in the world with over 300 robots. Sales have risen with a firm rebound in the chain since it first began. Due to the far-reaching vision and perseverance of the peasant farmer, Hyundai has flourished and thrived, and the effects can be seen worldwide. With one of the industry's longest warranties, Hyundai has produced many cars of substantial value at low cost, and has also the world's largest scale commercial vehicle production plant, the Jeonju plant. It has actually become the most successful car company in America today as a result of the global crisis, but considering the fear of losing jobs and stating that it will take back cars from anyone who buys from Hyundai and loses his job. This strategy demonstrates the Koreans' flourishing integration in America as they continue to pick up the pace after reaching an 11-year low in stock just a couple of weeks ago. Samsung and Hyundai can be clearly shown as successful representations of the Korean image, widespread and improving. In regards to the current global economic crisis, South Korea has been hit brusquely, with the Korean won having fallen 31% in value as compared to the US dollar. The Korean government introduced a major stimulus package in November of 2008 of 14 trillion won, and the finance manager plans on revealing a new stimulus package to add another 51 trillion won in tax cuts, infrastructure, spending, and handouts. This can be parallel to the $838 billion stimulus plan passed by the U.S. Senate in February of 2009. Samsung and Hyundai are large supports in the Korean economy. As exports of the Jabil are crucial, they form the pulsing heart of the South Korean government. Exports of South Korea with China over here, and so basically most of their exports go to Asia, Europe, and North America. This shows the increase in the money of the Korean companies, and this shows the years and the amount of the Korean won as compared to the US dollar, and it has increased. The value of the won has dropped sharply, which is why you see this, which is around today. And this shows the production of electricity, because though they don't have too many native resources, they rely on thermal and nuclear energy. This is a chart showing how Samsung and Hyundai top the list of the Jabils in South Korea.
In Korea?
I am not sure, but I'll get back to you on that.